Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of Aki and Friends, featuring the Co-op Trio podcast. We've got some wonderful gentlemen with us this evening. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be playing some Sea of Thieves, which I've never played before, so this might be interesting.
We'll show you the ropes, I guess.
Well, I had to do a tutorial. It made me.
I skipped that. You can skip it.
It didn't let me skip it. It was just like, you have to do this. And I was like, really?
They taught me how to skip it.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah. So anyway, those of you who are in the chat right now, keep in mind, because this is being recorded and is going to go up on YouTube, I may not necessarily be paying attention to chat right away. However, I will be looking for questions from the chat towards the end. So if you have questions, if you think about stuff that you'd like to ask these two wonderful fellas as we're going, please hold your questions, and like I said, we'll take some time at the end and we'll figure it out. But I'm going to launch the game, and I'm probably going to have to adjust the game volume because it's probably going to overpower you two, but we'll see.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
While I'm getting this started, I want you guys to introduce yourself, and I'm going to go with Watson first just because he's on my right side and I'm right-handed. So
as most of us are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I am Watson from the Co-op Trio podcast, and yeah, that's about it.
Ta-da! Wonderful intro. Great. Okay, now Nicholas, you're up.
Okay, cool. I don't know how in detail to go, but my name is Nicholas. I'm part of the Co-op Trio. I'm an indie game dev, and I love Ratchet and Clank. It's one of my favorite
I like you
favorite
already.
franchises.
I like you already.
Yes, I'm a fellow Ratchet and Clank fan. Like I said, I'm so excited.
Oh, I forgot that I had to do this scene. Ha ha. No, I don't want to remove
Perfect.
Stream Captain. That's great. See, I fixed everything up, and then I forgot to bring everything over here. That's okay.
Great.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave that there, and then I'm going to... See? You can't think of everything ahead of time.
You can always try.
I can always try. Unfortunately, I failed. Big time. Ah! Okay, that's all right. Yeah, do the stream raiders thing. Is it time to set sail? Just about. Just about. All right, so what if I go here? Oh, and then I go here? Nope.
Watson, we have a question from Seal for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I guess it's to both of us, but I always associate the account with you.
I'll let you answer first.
Why is Seal our favorite mod? I guess
Yeah,
first
why?
is always the favoritist.
First
Oh,
is
was that-
always the favoritist? Is that how that works?
First is that's true. He was our first. He was our first.
He has that honor.
Wow.
As soon as we hit 50 followers, he was our
there with
our
us from the
50th
beginning.
follower. So we'll.
All right. I'm going to bring this over here.
I
This
see
is
my
just
face
what has to
sneaking in.
happen. I'm just like, I don't have a choice. This is how I have to do it. I got to do it all over again because it's just acting
Oh
up,
my gosh.
making for a good
That's the worst.
time. That's all right.
Like we said, OBS is a spoiled child.
It is a spoiled child. It's really obnoxious is what it is.
I didn't believe you until now, but I'm a believer now that it's spoiled.
Yep.
It's the worst. It's literally the worst. Okay. Did we add that one too? Ah, look at that. It's like I have 2 of these things going on here. And now I should be able to bring this back to the forefront. Ha ha! Okay, good. So I'm actually... Listen, I'm getting there. Okay.
This is crazy.
There we go. We're doing it live, folks. This is what it looks like to do things live on stream.
Welcome to the world of streaming, everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
It's awkward. It's uncomfortable.
Yep.
And it's kind of obnoxious. Watson's now just directly above me, and that's fine.
Perfect. Welcome to Watson Stream.
Yeah. Welcome to the Co-op Trio podcast, where we are a
Hey.
podcast. No, just kidding.
No,
Attaboy.
actually, I'd want to hear that. While I'm fixing that up, it's a perfect time for you guys to kind of like talk about how y'all met and how you decided to start a podcast, because that's a big deal.
Oh shoot! Yeah, this
Oh,
is definitely
shoot.
yours, Watson.
Okay.
Go
Well,
for it.
how we met? We met in church.
Oh, can I give the meeting? Because that
Yeah.
was kind of a fun thing. So
Yes.
the meeting was I didn't actually ever meet him in person for a good while. Our friends put us in a Facebook group chat all together.
That's
And so
right.
they're like 3 different people I don't know, and you were one of them. But
Mhm.
instantly, as soon as I heard the name Steven, I was like, oh, this is my guy, Steve-O, Steve, my man. And I would just make up
Yeah.
a whole bunch of nicknames for you.
Wow.
And
Which is weird. Why I don't know why they called me by my first name back then.
yeah,
Because in person they didn't. So
yeah. I mean, it was on Facebook, so it's like you tend to assume that most people go by their first name, right?
Right?
That's
No,
true.
they do
That's
not.
fair.
No,
I
they do
never
not.
go
Not
by my
always.
first name.
Yep.
Never. But yeah, so then I finally met you at their house, I think. Was it at their house first? I think it was at their house first.
Because I think I met
Yeah.
Josh at church, and then I think I met you at the Halloween party, right?
No. We met
Not
way
the Halloween
before.
party? Okay.
We met
Maybe-
way before that.
Okay, that was just the first time I had seen you in like years then, I think, at that point.
Are we doing the
Yeah.
pirate's life? Not to interject too deeply, but is that what we're doing?
Depends. The pirate's life is kind of more like story entailed. So if you want to like be able to talk more, maybe the adventure would be better.
Sure, that's fine.
It's
But
just
I'm
sailing
down for either one.
shenanigans.
No, that's all
I'm
good.
down for either one.
Play with my friends. All right, keep going on your story.
Oh, yeah, but so anyways, the first time we met, I'm pretty sure I knew who he was before he knew me, and I just gave him a huge hug. I just went up into I
You
went
gave
up
him
to
a
and
huge
just-
hug just out the gate.
Yeah,
I love you,
that's
man.
This is the boy I know from Facebook.
That's what I do.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, so then
Maybe I should have done that.
fast forward like a lot.
A long time.
A lot.
Yeah. Did you? I don't think it went through. I don't.
Let me try
I'm not in
again.
your game. Okay.
Let me try again here. All right, there we go.
You're my
Join,
friend now.
Confirm. There, now you should get invites.
There we go.
All right. Here we
Sweet.
go. Yep. But anyway, so fast forward a whole lot.
Okay.
We were in this community group during COVID that was started by these same friends, and they were putting on like really like some Facebook streams, but for like your different passions. And so they would like get a few friends of theirs together to help people not feel alone during the very beginning of COVID, which
Sure.
it was a really cool idea. So it's
It's
called
a super cool idea.
yeah. But it was all through Facebook, and it was really, really janky.
It was interesting.
Oh
But,
my.
I mean, it worked
so-
well for other people's stuff. It just didn't work well for gaming, as we figured out.
Right.
Well-
So how I joined though was I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a giant car and like loud noise in my background. But how I joined was I garden a lot in my free time. So they
super cool
they
hobby,
needed-
by the way.
thank you. They had me come on and do on Saturdays. I would do my gardening segment for about like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Which was really fun. So yeah, I did that, and then Nick and I started doing a gaming thing through Facebook, which was just the jankiest thing that we've
That's-
ever done.
Awful.
Yeah.
It
So the
was so
setup-
bad.
The setup was many cardboard boxes because I was just moving into my apartment more or less, and so I still had a bunch of boxes. Stacked them up so that my phone was about the same height as my wall-mounted TV. Had a phone going, had a laptop with another camera, had some janky website that merged the two feeds, and then uploaded it all to Facebook.
Oh my.
Yeah, so we weren't
Goodness.
capturing the screen or anything. We were filming like with our phones the screen and just putting that up there. And it didn't look horrible, but it didn't look great either.
It
That
had a glare. It was really tough to get rid of that.
sounds
Yeah.
interesting. Like what a combo that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest,
so
I have
then-
no idea what we're doing here, by the way. So if we need to like
Okay.
let you guys explain briefly like what we're about to do,
Sure. Okay, so come on out of the bar.
I'm coming out of the bar. Hello, I am shirtless dude. I look
You're-
like him, except I'm more angry, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Old Nickies.
okay, so this is our island that we started out on.
Okay.
It's got all the shops and merchants
Okay.
who also give you quests. So there's a gold hoarders and a like I don't know all of the names, but like there's one that has like a skeleton missions. I don't know the name of it, but
Skeleton
basic-
missions.
yeah, basically you'll go around and you'll have to go fight these old dead pirate captains and take their skulls and then bring those back for money and reputation in the gold or in the whatever they're called.
Very piratey.
It's very piratey.
Very
So basically,
piratey. Speak to the gold hoarder and
basically-
intent to purchase a voyage. Okay.
yes. So basically, we're gonna buy a quest, and then
Okay.
we're gonna set sail.
Sweet. Let's go. Let's go rob everybody of everything they've ever known and loved.
So okay, so each island is
pirate
set
already.
out different.
That's right.
Yes. So Aki, if you come over here, this is
I'm here.
the gold
Okay.
hoarders, and you can talk to him. If you
Hello.
buy one of your
Oh my
quests,
gosh. He looks very goldish.
yes,
Gold dude? Yes.
yes.
Or
I'm going to
talk.
let my cat out really quick. One sec.
Do it. Let your cat out. And yes, for anybody asking, make sure you type !co-op in the chat and you can get to know these guys. Their Twitch stream is linked there. Also, they have a podcast on Spotify that you should definitely listen to because it's fantastic. A quest for
All right.
glittering gold. I guess. Well, I have 11,000. I have a lot of money actually,
Yes.
but I can't really do
so-
any of this, can I? I have to get promoted first.
Yeah, but you can take the first one, and we can do that one.
All right. Yes. Counting your coins. Here we go.
Yep. Perfect.
Propose a voyage on the captain's table on your show. Oh, look at you with the little like banjo.
I'm so talented. I
Dude,
learned to play this
yes.
myself.
Your talent. You're not only playing the banjo, but you're like running in circles.
Wee, wee.
It's impressive, honestly. All right. Yeah, and not Nicholas. Sorry, Watson. Recently, speaking of his cat, had a kitten cam on stream, which was fun to
I
watch.
did. That was fun. It was a pain, but it was fun.
Some of the things
Okay.
that we do not only for our animals but for our stream.
Right.
You know.
That's right.
All right. And
So I'm gonna.
do I
I'm
just get
going
on
to
the
make,
boat?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the ship look pretty though. You can decorate it.
Sure.
So
Well, one
here
thing we should try to
go.
do is collect some supplies from the
Oh,
island.
look, it's
if there are
green.
any.
Yes, we should do that.
You can go find barrels, open them, and grab all the stuff in the inventory, and then
That's
drop
pretty
it off on
cool.
the ship.
Nice.
So
All right.
go a pirating around the island.
Pirating around the island. Fantastic. All right. So anyway, you guys met at church. You hugged, and then what? And then we were doing the gaming thing.
Origin
The pandemic shutdown. Yeah, quarantine. How
Yeah.
how did that?
Facebook
Yeah,
Live
let's
gaming.
keep going.
So just really quick, I'll finish this story off with the podcasting. How we started podcasting. I listen to podcasts a lot. I always have. And then it's something I've always wanted to do. So then with that community coronavirus thing,
Sure.
where that kind of just gave me the spark to just like go ahead and do it, because eventually that thing kind of fell through. So I was like, you know what, like I was really enjoying it, but I want to do it with something else. And so I just was like, you know, I'm just gonna buy a mic. I bought a cheap like $100 Amazon like everything kit
Sure.
mic, and I
I'm a
was
really
like,
bad
"All right,
pirate because I can't find any loot. Anyway, keep going.
so you're gonna look for these barrels. Come over here.
Well, because I stole most of it already.
Oh, this
Because
guy.
I'm a better pirate, I guess.
Oh, I got
so if you see a
I
bar-
got stuff. I got food.
perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
so
pulsating fish of some sort. That's weird. Anyway,
but yeah, so I bought that, and I messaged actually Logan from the Theo Logan, or the
oh yeah,
Reformed
yeah.
Gamers.
Love Theo Logan. He was actually
Yeah,
our
so-
second guest on Aki. and
I
Friends.
watched him.
Yeah.
I watched that. Yep, it was good. I love that guy. But so I actually messaged him, and I was just like, "Hey, how do I do this?" He gave me some really good tips, and I started out with a different podcast called the Short Reads Podcast, where I and another friend would read short stories
Okay.
and then talk about them. Because reading and writing is like one of my favorite things. Like I'm trash at reading and writing, but I love it. So I started a whole podcast about it. And that was my first podcast. And then Nick and I, we were hanging out a lot, and we bonded over games. And I was like, dude, we should do a podcast. And Nick was very hesitant
Yeah.
at first,
I'm
which is
not that kind of
understandable.
person. I typically don't put
Not
myself
a not
out
a
in that
not
way.
a not a podcasty type of person.
Not really. I never like listened to podcasts, which wasn't like a huge thing that affected that. But like, I guess I enjoy attention most of the time, but I've never been like a big internet person, I guess. I didn't like putting myself out on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really quick,
I can
Aki,
respect that.
before we raise this, let's put your quest on the map.
I put
So we know where
I put
we're
it
at
on the
it.
table. It told me to put it on the
He's
table.
going at it.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta
did.
vote. You guys gotta vote. Come on, guys.
Oh, he knows what
Okay.
he's doing.
So, well,
All right,
I don't know
all
what
right.
I'm doing, but the screen is telling me what I should be doing.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hold Q to open the radio.
He's driven.
Press space to view requests. Select the map. Okay. We got a map. Ships the map table to find the island.
Yeah.
Where's
Yep.
the map?
But yeah,
Where's the
also
map
to add
table?
to that, most of the time I didn't feel like I had something to say that people would really care about.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like I had maybe interesting opinions sometimes, but nothing that people would really care about all that much.
Ah.
So yeah, so at first he was a little hesitant.
Well, I'm glad that you got over your hesitancy.
There we go.
Me too. I am glad he did too, because we
It
wouldn't
is
have a
fun. I'm glad
podcast.
as well. I think it was a
Yeah,
healthy
so-
challenge for me for sure.
That looks like the island we're going to. If you go back
This
up there
one
to
here.
yeah, go ahead and you can circle it. Oh, maybe it's not actually.
I'm not 100%.
It
Do you have the
looks like
map
it from what I
open?
saw.
Because I can't see the map.
So here, I can hold them. Here, get off the table for a
How
sec.
do I get out of there?
think
Whatever
escape.
button you use to, yeah.
I always use escape to
F.
get out.
Aha.
So
Escape
you can
just
look at
opens
my
my menu.
map. I can show it to you.
Oh, okay. So it's got a little rocky
Find that
section at the
one.
bottom and like, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. So yeah, you bought a kit at Walmart. You talked
Or
Nicholas
Amazon.
into it. Amazon. Yeah.
Same thing.
I mean, they all do the
True.
same thing at the end of the day.
That is
Yeah,
true.
Pretty much.
They're just owned by different
Yeah.
rich people. Hey.
Yeah. Talked Nick into it, and then we
I
did
found
the
it, I found it.
podcast, and I was like,
That's got to be it.
we should stream.
Yeah.
and Nick was a little hesitant about that as well.
And Nick
But-
was like, "No, I don't want that."
The pattern here really puts me in a bad light, I feel.
No, you're not. It's fine. Like I
Yeah.
understand it. I was like, I needed somebody to do it with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes
and
sense.
Nick and I were good friends, obviously still are, but I was like,
You
let's
would
just do
hope,
it.
because
We're
if
good
there was
friends.
like some sort of secret enmity going on here, like I feel like it would come out by now. Like, let's go.
Well, we were waiting till now to announce it.
Oh,
so
okay, perfect
we are-
venue. Here we go. Street
Nick
fight.
and I
Let's
are
go.
both going solo. If you want to
Watson's
follow
becoming
it.
Well, and I mean,
I'm
'cause that's the
becoming
thing,
Trio
'cause
podcast.
Obviously, it was the co-op trio, and recently, and you guys can go and listen to their podcast for reasons. But there was I can't see it over this sale. What the world?
That's why you have other
Yeah,
teammates.
so
Oh,
that
good.
is what we are for.
Okay,
So let's check
There
your
used to be a
compass.
third person named Benita, and she's amazing, by the way. I don't have a command for her, but she streams under the name Aralia, and you should totally go follow her channel because she's going to do great things. But anyway,
Yes,
go listen to their podcast for the reasons why. It was totally amicable. She's awesome. These guys are awesome, and yeah.
Yeah, so really quick, if you want to start heading towards east, because that
East.
island to our port is the island we need to go to.
Working on it. Rotating
And-
east.
Port is the left, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Port and starboard.
Well, I'm going towards the east.
Oh shoot! Wouldn't it-
What's up?
Yeah, you are. I was. Wait, what? Hold up.
Yeah, is the island west?
It looks
Uh-oh.
like it's west. My bad. Bro,
Directions.
hold
We're great pirates.
up. Arr.
This is what
East?
No,
I thought you
no,
said
no, no, no.
good
west.
at the game.
It's east. It's well. Hold on. Let me come up there. Let me
I
check something
thought you
out.
said west.
I'm
not right
rotating.
here.
I'm
Take it away,
turning.
Watson.
I'm turning.
I'll just
Are
load
you-
all the cannonballs.
I'm
for when we
turning.
Encounter something.
Okay, did I say east or west? I don't remember.
You said east
you said
first, and
east.
then you said west.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it's
And
east.
then you said, I don't know. All right,
Hold
let me go
on.
look at the map. I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah. No,
We're
okay, yeah, we're going the
wonderful
right way.
pirates. We're doing so good. This is great.
Go
I
to
love
the
it.
left.
Go.
I don't
Okay.
care which cardinal direction it is. Just go left.
I'm going left, but there's an island. I'm pretty sure we're gonna crash into that island.
Well,
You're
make sure
probably
we don't
fine. It looks
crash.
clear. Watson, you want to go up above and watch? See if he's
Sure.
gonna hit something.
It,
Sure,
it,
sure.
it looks like
I'll
we're
let him
gonna
know.
crash.
Okay, start leveling out. start
No,
leveling
don't
out.
level out yet. Don't level out yet.
Interesting.
There's a
What's going
rock
on up
right
there?
here. There's a rock.
Oh, it's a rock.
Okay, now level out and then
Now
start
level
turning starboard. Starboard is right.
I didn't count how
Yep.
many times I had spun. Okay.
Well,
path
you don't
isn't
have
terrible.
to. So when you're moving the wheel,
Yeah.
once you hit the middle, you should feel a little like jerk and a noise, and it'll be like
Sure,
that's
if I
the
was
center.
using a controller like a proper person, I
There'll
don't
still
know.
be some feedback.
Yeah, there
And
should
you're,
be
you're
some
heading
type of
pretty
feedback.
straight towards it, so level out and then try to find a parking
Well,
spot, Watson.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to raise the sails a little bit here.
I'll
Drop
come
the
up there and
anchor to
help with
stop the
that.
ship.
Yeah, we're just gonna reduce the
shoot.
sail length.
Dude,
a
drop
bit.
the anchor, drop the anchor, drop it,
Oh,
drop
gosh.
it. We're about to
Okay.
hit. Okay,
We're going to
Aki,
ground.
turn-
We
oh
did.
my-
We totally
Oh.
did. Oh my
We're
gosh.
here.
We made it. We're on the island.
There's enemies. Let's get them, boys.
What is
Okay,
happening
so-
right now? Oh my god.
Aki, our ship
How do I
can
get-
sink. So
Yeah, great.
in a
cool.
second, once we get back on the ship, we need to make sure that we're not leaking terribly.
This is
Oh my
this,
gosh.
we are the pirates who don't get anything. Wait, don't do anything.
Bro,
Well, we did
Nick,
something. It wasn't
they
what
added
I can't
most
carry any
people
more
wanted.
bananas.
they
What
added
did they add?
harpoons to the
Or snakes.
little ships.
To the little
Ah,
ship?
it's a skeleton.
Like the
Yeah. Yeah. No. To the little like
This game is messing with me.
I'm not sure
Uh,
what little ships you mean. I don't think I'm familiar with them.
the boats.
There's a
like the
lot of.
actual boats.
Why are there
The
so many
rowboat.
snakes? This is
Oh, really?
terrifying. I need
Yeah,
the wooden
they
plank.
did.
Give me the-
Wow,
give me
I
the
can't believe
wood.
you would put a harpoon on a tiny boat like that. It's hilarious.
It looks hilarious.
Sounds
Yeah.
like there's a
Um,
snake in these bushes. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
red snake right there in front of me. Oh my goodness. Get dunked on.
Yeah, the snakes are friendly.
The snakes are friendly?
No, they're not.
I was
They
going to say,
really
why do I
poison.
slash them with my sword and they die then?
Well, he's
Okay.
attacked on the NPC.
He killed me.
That boat
Aki,
looks
I'm
hilarious.
going to die.
so pull up your map.
Well, I'm poisoned though.
That's okay.
Well,
Walk
how
off.
is that okay? That's not
Walk
okay.
it
I'm
off,
going to
this guy.
die.
You're not gonna die. Eat a banana.
Oh, there's a skeleton.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's also friendly. You're
Yeah,
just hurting
whatever.
a lot
He
of
just wanted to
friendly
give me a
characters
hug, right? Yeah. The skeleton
exactly.
totally just wanted to
with
give
his
me a hug.
bony little arms.
Okay. Map.
Alright, pull-
Map.
Yep, pull out your map, and
That
then
is
look
not
for
the
the
right button.
axe.
Oh, I'll fight off the other skellies.
You're going to
while
fight
he,
off the other skellies?
learns how to find treasure
What's the map? Which one's the map?
while you take your pirate lessons.
The quest.
There it
it's
is.
under quest.
Aha.
You hit Q, you hold Q and then hit space to
Uh,
access quests if you didn't already.
Okay.
So where do you think that is?
I believe
I do declare.
it's right here.
Attaboy.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Already heard that song.
Look at that.
I got my
Alright.
buried treasure. Let's
I got the
go.
Are there any more that I'm not seeing?
All right, I'm gonna.
Very much,
I'm gonna head onto the boat really quick and make sure that we're not sinking.
Oh, I repaired it. It's good.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep, I got it covered.
Look at you. Look at you.
Pirates who do some things.
So
Sometimes.
a fun part of this whole Aki and Friends thing that I love to do for people, and I don't know if we may not always have people who are Christians on, but I'm curious about personal testimonies. And since Watson went first last time, Nicholas, I'd love to hear like your personal testimony, how you came to know the Lord, and
So
Oh my
unprepared
goodness.
for this.
that's okay. You just give me
That's
your
the
best
best. That's
answer
the
off the
honest.
cuff. Yeah, give me
That's
the
when
best
it's
answer off
honest.
the cuff.
It is
Can I
true.
bash this guy with my treasure chest?
You can do
Cannot.
whatever you want.
I can't.
I know. Okay, why?
I'm laughing
Well,
at my
okay.
chat saying, I'm poisoned. You'll be okay. Eat a banana.
Eat a banana. That's it. That's all
It's
you gotta
that
do.
potassium, man. That's all you need.
All right, Nicholas, personal testimony. How'd you
right.
come to know Jesus? Tell me.
Testimony. Well, for the most part, because I grew up in the church. My mother was Christian. She grew up Catholic and then became Protestant Christian. My dad he didn't grow up really Christian, but kind of got into it after meeting my mother.
Sure.
So I've always just kind of grown up knowing God. I'd say when it became more my own, that's a little bit harder to pinpoint. I'd say more in high school.
Okay.
There was a time when my parents, they got divorced twice, technically separated once and then divorced the next time.
Sure.
And so that was, obviously a rocky time for a young kid. And so that just left me feeling very angry and very distant from God, not feeling very happy overall. And then there was like a time at camp. Have you ever been
Every
to,
kid
like,
went to
youth
church
group
camp.
camps?
Come on
yeah,
now.
Yeah, okay.
There was
Just
actually,
gotta make
so
sure.
I'm old, but I love this. There was this old group called Earthsuit, and they sing a song called Schizophreniac. And there's a line in it that says, "Youth camp junkies don't get enough to make the buzz last," which is interesting to me. And I walked that out on my own life, but that's a separate story. We're talking about you. Go ahead.
Sure, yeah, I like that. But anyways, yeah, so like there was one time I went to camp and where like I was not feeling it at all and I had just a miserable time. And then the next year was really interesting. It challenged me a lot, and there was like one particular time on the very last day in a morning service. Like, morning services are like the tamest services, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's nothing fun happens. Nobody goes to the morning service because they're boring.
No, everybody has to go. It's mandatory attendance, but like it's not wild there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like during a morning service, there was this lady who came in to like share her testimony. And so it was just this really interesting thing of like her going through this absolutely awful experience. And just like wondering where in the world was God through that? Why didn't he help me? Why didn't he deliver me from that?
Sure.
And so what she kind of got was this like this vision, this epiphany or something of seeing like her being back in that experience, wondering where God was, but then seeing God next to her, crying with her in that experience. And that really, I felt that a lot. And I'm tearing up right now because I still feel that a lot.
That's awesome.
And so that's what I needed to hear, I guess, during like all that time of anger and feeling alone while my parents were divorced. So
sure.
I'd say that was like the most pivotal moment for my faith, where I came to understand God a little bit differently. And yeah, start to get back close to God and make my faith my own.
Oh, I finally figured out how to drop the stupid chest. I'm sorry. That was the worst thing to say at the end of that story. I'm sitting here like mashing buttons. I can't do anything.
I'm sucking back in tears. So he's like, I found out how to drop the chest.
Yes, continue. And no, Nick has not shown any photos yet.
That was it.
All right. A wonderful story. I love it. And so you've just kind of always known the Lord, but it became deeper through wonderful testimonies.
And there's still always ups and downs. I'm still kind of in a weird place right now, I would say. Still trying to learn to come back, but yeah, that was when the faith became my own.
I think that's kind of natural.
A lot more defined.
I think if you're not struggling with your faith as a Christian, you're not.
I had a great conversation with a friend actually just the other day about like feeling uncomfortable is the place you want to be.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if your walk isn't being challenged in some way, shape, or form.
Yep, totally agree. It's just sometimes really hard to find your way through that challenge.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of where I'm at, is like almost over that hill. I don't know if I'd say quite, but yeah, we're getting there.
So what do we got to do to get out of here?
So we are done with this quest, but I have a quest, and we can vote for that if you want, because
sure.
We've only got one treasure on this boat, and that's not enough.
Sure. Let's go vote. Let's go vote for your quest.
It's an easy vote when there's only one quest on the table.
Wait, I don't want to vote to cancel voyage. We have to finish my quest first. Ha! It's because it's
Isn't it not done?
It's because it's an intro quest. It says return the chest to a gold holder on any outpost. Ta-da!
Abandon the quest or something?
What? Why would we abandon my quest? I want to finish my quest.
I don't know. Is that what I did or not?
No, it's still there. It's still there.
All right. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's go turn it in, and then we will.
And then Watson can tell us his testimony while we're on our way to turn in the quest.
There we go.
The shizzle my nizzle.
All right.
All right.
By the way, for those of you who don't, a lot of you guys probably know Watson. Those of you who were here when we played It Takes Two, Watson was the other half. He was fantastic. We had a wonderful time. He's the reason I got 20,000 views on a TikTok. So.
Wait, so you've hit 20,000?
Hit 20,000, dude. That one hit 20,000. It was nuts,
bro. That was so funny.
It was hilarious. That one, I don't know. The algorithm took that one and it was like, sheesh.
That's because I said, "Don't kiss me."
That's right. No, I think it was the sheesh. Actually, it was every kiss begins with sheesh, like my wife says. So you know.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, your personal testimony. Let's go.
Sheesh.
You notice they kicked me off the wheel of the ship.
No, I told you to get to the wheel. And
Oh,
then
you want me
didn't,
to get to the
so
weel?
We had to take it over.
That's true. We
Okay,
did
I'm
tell you
slacking,
to.
man.
Oh, never mind. I'm not. This real. You know what? You guys go with it. You got it. Anyway, Watson, you can
Okay.
steer the ship and talk at the same time, right? You've got this.
Of course, dude.
All right. Good. Go.
I drive a
Go.
stick shift in real life.
Oh, let's go. Wait, we're gonna come back to
Same
that.
as driving
Duly
a boat.
noted. We're coming back to that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I have a similar story to Nick's, I would
Okay.
say. I also grew up in the church. I was pretty like hardcore into it
Sure.
my whole life. I was forced to go, but like it wasn't a chore. I really enjoyed going as a kid. I mean, there was a few times I didn't want to go because, you know, if I'm at a friend's house or whatever. But like, I always wanted to go. I always enjoyed learning. I would watch the Jesus of Nazareth movie my whole, like, I would try to watch it like every week.
That's awesome. Though. You were dedicated.
Yeah. And I really, really enjoyed it. And like, everything about it was good. I loved church, loved going, loved my friends there, loved the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, so I made some of my best friends for sure.
And just to go off the whole camp thing, camp has probably been some of the best times in my entire life. Except for the last time I went.
Did we stop in time?
Yeah, no,
No.
we did
That
not.
was awful close. I was like, dang. It
We've got a
looked like
whole-
we
Yeah.
hit. Anyway, okay. Keep going.
So this is not part of my testimony. Just
Okay.
the last time I went to camp
I forgot to
was,
grab the chest.
or sorry, my 6th grade camp. Talking in tongues was big. Obviously, we
Yeah.
talked about this. I went
Sure.
to Assembly of God,
Same.
and you know that's a big spiritual thing. Everybody was talking in tongues except for me, so I would try to fake it. Anyways, that was a thing. It didn't work.
Relatable.
I don't know how to speak in a
I-
different language on my own.
I will say this just for everybody in the chat. That is something that I think, unfortunately, a lot of camps pushed a little bit too extremely
Yes.
in the past. I don't think it's as much of an element these days, but in the past, I know that was
Wasn't
a
the last
pretty
time I was a
controversial
leader.
thing. Is this guy I got to get to? Yeah, here you go. Take the thing. Ta-da! I did the thing. So anyway, keep going.
Okay, so and then in high school, kind of, I guess in middle school towards high school, I started going my own way, no doubt. Kind of just not really caring about God or anything. I would still go to church, but not because of God, just because of my friends and you know, girls at the time. And so it was like,
Sure.
that's what I was there for. Like, you know, on the surface, like, you know, I put my hands up and stuff at worship, but I was like, I'm not here for anything but friends and girls. So
Sure.
it was just like, and you know, I felt guilty about it a lot of the time. I'm like, why even go if that's, you know, if I'm not trying to have a relationship? But I continued. So then I don't know. So yeah, I guess high school was all about me, and that's really all I cared about. I was definitely not as nice as I am now. I'm sarcastic and stuff, so some people take that as rude, but
A little rough around the edges.
yeah, for sure. But like back then, I was just mean, like straight up mean, and if there wasn't anything that you could give to me, then I didn't really care about you. So I went that direction. And that definitely has to do with like my skating past and just that kind of whole atmosphere.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I did that, and then life took like a really dark turn. Like I feel like I had a really good childhood. Like it was great. And this is something I heard a quote one time that said, "Happy children never turn out to be happy adults." And sometimes I feel like that's true. And obviously it's, you know, per person and all this stuff. But
Sure.
like just in retro, like just as a general, that quote like really hit me. Because I was just like, that's exactly how I feel. Like my childhood was great. My parents were great. Everything felt amazing. And then as soon as I turned 18, everything just went downhill. And it's honestly, it's kind of been a downhill slope since then, like still to this day. But around 18, things with my dad, he has a broken back, or he had a broken back and neck, and he wasn't able to work my whole entire life.
Wow.
Yeah, he had degenerative bone disease. Also, really quick, I'm gonna grab a quest and we can go on the boat.
Yeah, sure. Whenever you're ready.
He had a bone disease.
Why is this sparkling?
So he wasn't allowed to, or he wasn't able to do anything because of it. He had to walk with a cane and everything, and he could only walk, for like just here and there before the pain was too bad. But
Sure.
so that was one thing I guess that kind of affected me growing up, because I like my friends and them, they would go on this like hiking trip with their dad, and they would invite me, but it was just awkward
Sure.
because I didn't have a dad, and they treated me like I'm not their son. So they were nice, don't get me wrong, but there's a bond with your kid, and
Yeah,
I didn't get to
100%
enjoy
get
that.
it.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
they were absolutely nice. I mean, there's but it's just like you see what they have and it's missing. Now I had great times with my dad, but it was just it wasn't throwing the ball in the back and going on hikes and doing this thing. So
Sure.
that kind of bothered me growing up. And I was kind of angry at my dad for it. Not that he could do anything about it.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault, right? Like, what could he do?
And it also pained him. So it's just like, yeah, it was horrible. But at 18, my dad's health started deteriorating. All right, so I put a thing down. Mentally, because of the medicine that he was on Oxycontin for the longest time. And everybody knows that not only is that addicting, but those kind of medicines are really bad on your mind, especially when you're sitting alone for half the day when everybody else is gone. So my dad would try to be up during the nights and he would sleep during the days. But so it just got really bad. And towards the end of my 18-year, towards my 19th birthday, my dad just wasn't himself. And so he tried a few times to commit suicide. And I didn't know about it actually until after he moved out and everything. My mom told me a few years later, but I know this is a long story. Sorry.
No, you're fine. These kinds of stories are important.
So my parents, they started, there was just a lot of things going wrong with their relationship just because of all of that. And then to make a long story short, my parents were having a bad time, like a really bad time. They weren't good to each other. My dad was just mentally not stable, and my mom was working 3 jobs to support the kids. So with all that happening, my mom decided to take a trip to Chicago so she could, just relax. Like she was coming back and everything, but she just needed a break, and she went to go see family. And then my dad came to me. I don't know why we're stuck.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm like, what's happening?
Can we use the harpoons to pull ourselves at all?
That's what I actually just fired the harpoon, and it's like it got stuck in the dock, and it's like, nope.
Let's try it.
I tried to connect it to the far dock.
We could scuttle the ship really quick too.
I put so much supplies in it though. I worked so
shoot.
hard.
I mean, I don't want to scuttle it.
Here, let's use this boat as a towboat or something like that. Maybe that'll
let's
work.
do it.
Towboat?
Yeah.
How do I chop? Oh,
No, you should.
detach.
Yeah.
Ah!
Okay. So somebody want to drive it and I'll harpoon the boat?
Yeah.
How do I do the?
Watson, are you still getting used to the controls?
And yeah, I just
A
missed the
and D to
boat
row the boat.
completely.
Oh, All right, turn us around if you can, so I can point the harpoon at the boat.
Turning.
And then we need to see if we can go backward. I'm not sure if that's possible or not. Cool. We're heading straight toward the dock. We're gonna get this boat stuck in the exact same way.
Oh, no. Oh no. How do I go backwards?
I don't know if you can in these boats or not. Oh, that was forwards more. Yep, and now we're on the dock. This is interesting.
How about that?
We're
Is that
good.
any better?
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right.
Figured it out.
Now go in a different direction.
Go in a different. Wow, that's descriptive.
No, not that direction. Not that direction.
Oh my gosh, you
different
said
one.
a different direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not okay.
Oh
So-
my
Use your
gosh.
other
Here's the deal.
row.
I'm getting out of that.
The
And I'm
basic
just,
idea
I'm
is
just
I
gonna
attach
sit, and you
the
can
rope
you
to
can
the
do
boat.
the thing, because
And we
I am
pull
an
it.
embarrassment to pirate
Oh.
kind. I am trash.
pulling us?
Absolute trash.
Or is it
Hold
the
on.
boat?
Your other starboard. All right, I'm sorry. I know that was a very not serious delineation from your story, but it was
He really
powerful
loves
stuff.
interrupting powerful stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Well, anyway, so my mom went on the trip to Chicago to get just to reset her mind and all that stuff, see family,
Sure.
and kind of just get a fresh look. My dad came up to me on a Monday and he said, "On Thursday, I'm moving to Montana." He didn't tell my mom. He told
Just
me.
out of the blue while your mom was gone.
Yes. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. So I was like, okay.
Wow.
And at this time, I guess I kind of missed something kind of important. So I'm gonna derail back a little bit.
Okay.
I started getting panic attacks to an extreme at this time.
I think very understandably so, based on the instability at home.
Yes. But I didn't know what it was at the time, or how it was happening. But I started getting these really bad anxiety attacks, and I didn't leave my room, legit leave my room, for anything other than the bathroom for 3 months.
Wow.
For 3 months. And it was so bad that when I was in the shower, I started crying because I was scared. I had no idea. I felt like I was in a whole different world. Everything felt weird. It was just not normal. I think we should settle the ship, though.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to drive this thing properly. It's really
I don't know. It's fine. I just have come to accept that this rowboat is cursed.
pretty much. Yeah, this
Okay.
doesn't work.
So,
panic
go to-
attacks. Didn't leave your room for 3 months. That is some intense stuff.
And so this was all happening during that. But really quick, pull up your menu, your game options menu, and then go to my crew, and then scuttle shipped at the bottom, and then vote yes, and then we can do that really quick. But yeah, so that was going on during all of this. So then come Thursday, my dad left. He packed up his truck, took some of his stuff, and he was gone.
Wow.
He just drove off. He's like, he gave me a hug. He said, "I love you." And I was like, "Okay, see you later." Which it was just weird. It was bizarre. I wasn't expecting it. And I didn't know what to do because I was now home alone. I do have an older brother, but he moved out way before
How
any of
old
this
were
started.
you when this happened?
I was about 19 to 20.
Wow. Okay. So old enough to be on your own, but still
Yeah. Definitely old
horrifying
enough.
considering the circumstances.
Yeah. Actually, it was probably around 18, 19. But it was, yeah, either way, it was still crazy. So he did that, and I had to call my mom, and I was like, Dad is on his way to Montana. And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, he moved out. He's gone. And then, so that was crazy.
The boat's actually going backwards somehow.
I see that. Oh.
Now it's going forwards, and the sharks.
Wait, you know
come back
what?
again.
Let's put down our sails.
I did. I rolled them up, and that's what made it move.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he
Anyway, yeah.
he left, and I told my mom, and that was crazy. So I would say towards that time, my faith went down even worse, and that, you know, I wasn't really a big fan of God at the time. Um,
I think that's a product of your natural life circumstances, and it's miraculous you didn't just abandon it altogether.
I didn't, and I was super alone. Like I didn't. Yeah, there was just it was a crazy time for one of my friends as well.
Mhm.
So I didn't really have like anyone at that time. And it was just awkward and weird. And so I was just waiting for my mom to come back and see what she was gonna do. So then we lost our house.
Wow,
Yeah, and just
got
my
this
mom lost her
list of
job.
things, and it keeps growing.
Yeah, no, she lost her. We lost our house, and we got kicked out. And it was it makes us mad because like we didn't even want to move there, or my mom didn't want to move there in the first place because we had this other house
Sure.
when life was good with my dad, that was pretty much paid off, so we wouldn't have had to worry about anything if something like this did happen, you know. But yeah, so we lost our house. We moved in with friends, or at least we thought we were friends until you move in with somebody and then you realize maybe not so much.
Yeah.
And that was horrible. And then we had to leave there and moved in with a Mormon couple that,
Oh my.
or sorry, not a couple, a Mormon family who just went through a divorce.
Oh no.
And she had four kids. Giant house though, and my mom only knew her from work. Never didn't really know her that much. And this was a job that she just recently got.
Wow.
So we moved in with them, and then I got a job with one of her sons at a farm, which I worked there for 6 years. It was okay, but it was just weird. The times were weird. Their learning about their religion was weird.
Sure.
Just because it was different. Like I have nothing against what you believe or whatnot, but it was just coming from what I knew, and then what they would say. It was very different. But yeah, so that's
Hey, we broke the ship.
Yeah, that sums up that.
Oh, okay.
But so then life was just weird, and I was working at that job.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's just like, wow, all of a sudden the ship just sunk, and there was just really vivid imagery for everything that you were talking about.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Continue.
Yeah, no, so then I went and visited my dad once after he moved out. And it was a good time. Like, he couldn't do much, obviously. He had broken back, and he lived in the smallest town, not literally the smallest, but one of the smallest towns in Montana, called Ennis. It's an hour away from
wow,
Bozeman.
okay. That's middle of nowhere.
It was the middle of the nowhere for somebody who needs to go to the doctor all the time. It was
Interesting choice.
Absolute worst possible outcome.
Yeah, so I would beg him to like move back to my mom's, and then, with my mom, or at least in Washington, so I could see him. But he just wouldn't budge. But he wasn't thinking properly. Like, he was not the same dad that I grew
That's
up
what
with.
long-term being on that kind of medication can do to a person.
Yeah, and it was. So we need to go to this mermaid really quick. Sorry.
I was wondering. I'm like, why is there a mermaid sending smoke signals?
So yeah, we so I saw him once, and for some reason I kind of wanted to leave. Like, I could have stayed as long as I wanted because it was my dad, but I only stayed for like 2 weeks, and then I took a bus back to Washington, which was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that was gonna be the last time I ever saw my dad, because when I turned 24, he ended up dying alone, which was crazy because my dad was my best friend, no doubt. So it was horrible. I mean, I only got to see my dad once after he moved out, and that was in the 6 years he was moved out. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It's something I regret. I wish I could have saw him more.
Sure.
So then that whole anxiety thing came right back.
I bet. I bet it did.
Yeah. So the day my dad died, I called out of work and then ended up going to work anyways. And then I worked, and then I just kept working and just not thinking about my dad or anything, not dealing with it. Big mistake. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, not processing, postponing your grief, as it were.
Yep. Yeah. So this guy I was working with, he was like an older adult who was a head of IT at another, at like a pretty big company around here.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what I was going through. And he was like, "Hey, you want a job at this newer place, pays more, better benefits, all that stuff." And I was like, "Sure."
Sounds wonderful.
It's like, let's get you started like next week. And I was like, "Okay." I get there, and he was like, "How do you feel about going to Colorado?" I started on a Monday, and he was like, "On Wednesday."
No.
And I was like, "Dude, I don't even know what I'm doing at this job."
Just
like,
ta-da! Here you go.
Yeah, he's like, "You're gonna go take inventory."
And he knew what you were going through and dealing with.
Absolutely, yes. It makes me. Yep.
So he's like, "Yeah, okay, this guy that is riddled with anxiety, suffering from panic and all that on occasion. Let's just send him to Colorado.
Right.
Brand new environment, no big deal. He's got this."
Really, his environment was the source of the anxiety.
Okay, so this quest is going to be hard.
Great.
That's what we're ready for.
I'm here to fail. We've already destroyed one ship. Let's go.
So it looks like
how bad can it be?
It doesn't tell us which island we have to go to. It just gives us a compass, and then
is it like an enchanted compass?
Yes.
That's awesome. So
okay, so can you check your quest to see if you have it? So you see if you can look at it too.
I do not have any voyages.
Ooh, I love it. Now you hold Q and hit space. You should have a compass in the top.
I do have a compass. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's
that's where we're at. Magical compass.
Is it we got to go towards the key, the end of the key?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
That
So
would
anyway,
be southwest.
New boss wanted to send you to Colorado.
Yeah. So I went because why not? I wasn't processing it, and better money. And if I say no, what is he gonna keep me around?
Right.
So I was like, sure, yeah. So I went. It was horrible because I was with other heads of the company, and they were like, "So how did you get this job? How do you know all this stuff?" And because I was like an IT, and I was like, "Well, I don't." In my head, I was like, "I don't know anything. I don't even know why he hired me."
Right.
So basically, there was a horrible time. I get back, and he was like, "Hey," I got back on a weekend, and he was like, "Hey, Monday, I'm gonna send you out to California for a week."
Oh my gosh!
Like,
right after you got back?
Yeah, no, like it was like 2-3 days after I got back.
Wow!
And I was like,
"You're going the wrong direction."
Yeah. So we need to go
left.
Yeah, I'm turning. I'm pretty sure we need to go right.
What?
The key is pointing actually exactly the opposite direction that we're going. Like it's pointing to our butt. Like stern.
All right.
Yeah.
I was turning around. Interesting. Let me pop off and see the key.
I will.
So anyways.
Okay. Yeah, it just is moving a lot.
He was like, and I can go with you, and we'll take a train. So we took a train all the way down to San Diego, which was a 24-hour train ride. Or actually, it was 25 hours the first way there.
Oh my goodness!
That sounds fun.
It was no, it was awful. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
Oh my gosh.
So then it was a whole horrible week with this dude.
Go straighten out. Sorry, go a little bit left. little bit left because you're gonna crash into the island. Left, 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 left,
I was
left.
hoping to get right around it, but I guess I don't have.
You're
Nope,
headed right
you're
for
not
it.
gonna make it. You're definitely not gonna make it.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
my
about
goodness.
to go.
Yes.
Wee!
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was fun to
No.
watch.
Hey, look at how sharply it turned me around. That was intentional and perfect. Exactly the effect I wanted.
All right.
Maybe not how I wanted it. But
Somebody
that's fine.
please clip that right now. Oh my goodness.
With my
that's
straight
gonna
face
be
the entire
that's
time it's
tomorrow's
happening.
TikTok right there. Thank you for
Nice.
thank you for putting that together for me. I
do we
appreciate
have
it.
any wood?
Yeah, I fixed it. I hope
yeah.
there was as
Did
little
you fix
emotion
it?
in my eyes as I thought there was.
Nick, I think there's Nick. You missed. Oh, I got it.
Oh my goodness. I was terrified. Anyway, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I know I'm talking a lot. I feel
No,
bad.
you're doing wonderfully. It just that moment took me by such surprise. I'm like, we're going to crash, and there is nothing that I can do about it.
Anyways, so we got back. It was a 27-hour ride on the way back. Got stopped a lot. It was horrible. The train hit somebody before it got to us.
What?
Yeah, unrelated, but it hit somebody before it got to us. That's why it was delayed. Anyways, doesn't matter. Turns out the dude was a jerk. Got
We
back.
deserved it, right?
Wow. Okay.
No, sorry. My boss was a jerk, not the
Oh,
dude.
I was
Not the.
It's like, dude we hit was a jerk, so it was fine.
I was trying to process that too. I'm like, oh,
Clip
that guy who got
number
hit by a
two.
train, he was a jerk. Is no big. Like, no, bro, not like this.
That's too funny.
Anyway, okay. I'm still listening. I'm not paying attention to where we're going the right way. Go straight.
Okay.
Go straight.
I
To the left. To the left a little bit. Because we were turning when I said go straight. Sorry.
Yep. It takes a while to straighten out.
Yeah, it's all good. You're doing great.
Get there.
So we got back a few months of working with him. It was around like the holidays. We were working. I was really stressed, and like I could just start to feel something in my stomach, but I didn't know what it was.
Sure.
And I would wake up, and I was just like, I'd call my mom. I'd text my mom. I was like, I've never felt this like pain in my stomach before. Like it didn't hurt, but it ached.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that was like a real thing until it started happening. And she's like, she was telling me that it was grief. And I was like, no, I'm not sad. I'm fine. And she's like, no,
fine.
yeah. She's like, you're ignoring it. And I'm like,
No, hold on. Go back to the right because you're gonna crash right into an island.
yeah.
You need to go. You were
I don't
going
think
in a
this
good
is
direction.
the island.
Oh, you think this is the island?
Because
Oh,
he
there's-
started pointing more to the left.
Okay.
Yeah, this
You
might
guys
be the
confirm?
island.
All right, that's fine with me.
I was
think-
raising
Let's go.
sail.
All right, cool.
I was actually prepared this time.
Okay.
I'm
Great.
not gonna crash it.
So
Somebody
She
raise
kept-
the back sail a little bit more for me.
yeah, I'll raise it.
And Aki, get ready to drop anchor.
Whenever you
Oops.
tell me.
All right. How close are we to these islands?
Pretty close.
I think right now it's pretty good.
Yeah, drop it.
Drop.
And stay straight.
Yep.
Oop.
Attaboy. Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah. So
Nice
she
job.
kept telling me that it was
Grief.
grief, and I was like, no, it's not. And I was like, I don't even know what grief is,
Sure.
So which makes sense. I should have trusted somebody who's been through it before, but whatever. So I was just, and work was hard because I got this job and he didn't teach me anything. Literally the whole first week I was in his office because we were friends before. He was like showing me like Xbox games and stuff and like showing me like trailers. And I was like, dude, and then he'd be like, hey, you need to do this and you need to do this. And then why didn't you get this done? I was like, because you didn't teach me this and I don't know what I'm doing. Why do you think? And I would say that. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, like
Too
what?
funny.
Come on, man.
I wasn't in school for this. I didn't learn.
I have pork here. I
but
can't
now-
think- Oh.
Ironically, I'm in school for it.
Yeah. Look at me now, boss.
Anyways,
I found some ghost pirates, guys.
yeah, I'm on my way.
Oh, wow, they kind of hurt, actually.
Yes.
Ooh,
Huh. I just
Um,
killed some.
come on.
I ate a banana.
It's all about that potassium.
I ate another banana. Oh, he shot me. Excuse me, you're
Yeah.
a ghost. Why do your ghost bullets hurt me?
Watch out for that
Good
guy.
question.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, that's another guy.
Oh,
I
my
was
goodness,
Like,
what-
wow, Watson, how'd you get that?
I shot him point blank with the... So I
You have
take
to
it you,
reload
you
your
when did
blunderbuss.
so what
Yeah,
was the
you're
what
fine.
was the breaking point for you at that job? When did you quit?
So, it
Because obviously this guy was terrible,
yeah,
completely
So,
insensitive.
my dad's birthday is December 22nd, and so it was right around then that like
Ow.
things started getting like I could like start feeling the grief in my stomach more and more. So then like a month later, I at this point I was so stressed, and that pain in my stomach would last longer and longer and just wouldn't go away, and I would wake up and I felt like death every day, and I looked like death. I was like way skinny, and I was just like I wasn't doing well, and I didn't know why. Basically, one day I was just like, you know what? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go in. I just got off my computer and I walked into his office. I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And he was with somebody, and I looked at that dude and I was like, alone.
I surrender.
And then so the guy left. He got the cue, right? And I was like, as soon as the guy shut the
Found it,
door,
boys and girls. Sorry to interrupt.
nice.
Oh, I found a lot of dead boys.
Yeah, hold on. Why do they look so weird?
Oh, ow, yeah. And they hurt.
I mean, I killed some
They
crystal
look like
covered
Jack
dudes.
Skellington or something.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's just sprinting away.
So you
Fast as
found
you
the
can.
treasure, Nick?
Yeah. It's not treasure, it's let me open my inventory to figure out what it is exactly. I think it's a map.
I don't know who this chick
Yeah,
is,
it's like
Martha
half
the
of a
Fierce,
map.
but she's got some
So
issues.
Watson, there you go, you can see it.
I got more
I'll show
bananas.
Wow.
Aki's got the potassium for us.
Nice.
Aki, where are the peaches? Am I right?
Hey.
But
So really quick to finish this long story, I shut the door. He shut the door, and as soon as he shut the door, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I just started bawling my eyes out, and I couldn't even talk or anything. And that's
Okay.
I just didn't realize what was gonna happen, and I was like, I'm not okay, and I need to go home. And I went home. He was like, he was shocked, and I went home, and I didn't I didn't leave my house for. I actually had to stay at my mom's because of how bad my anxiety was, and I couldn't. I didn't leave her like living room for about 4 months. It was so bad that I didn't. There was a time during this where I didn't sleep for 4 days in a row, but I didn't know until I was like, I talked to my mom and I was like, I was super delusional. I was like, I can't believe I've been up for 2 days. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what? She's like, you've been awake for 4 days straight. And if
This
you were
concept
awake,
of time was just gone, basically.
yeah, she was like, if you were awake again tomorrow, I am taking you to the hospital. It was that bad. I had no idea.
Wow, that
it
sunrise
was-
is gorgeous.
Dude, this whole game's gorgeous. But yeah,
I know.
basically, it was super scary. The anxiety was worse than I've ever had. I literally thought I was dying most of the time. My heart rate was so fast. I lost about 30 pounds in 2 weeks.
I made a mistake.
No, Aki, I'm coming.
I made a
Oh
mistake.
no. Give up your soul, my friend.
No,
Oh, you should
no.
have said it sooner.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You were in the middle of a story, and I didn't
You
want
want
to
to take the
interrupt.
boat around to
but-
you guys?
I made a mistake.
So long story short now, for reals this time. After all that, I finally got closer to God. It took a long time and it wasn't easy. That's it. There we go.
Okay, so I feel like you skipped something. Can you, for my own curiosity, like what started you actually getting closer to God after that?
Yes,
Oh,
that is an
what's-
important thing. Hello, Mr. Pirate. You're terrifying.
honestly, I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that like I just realized that because I was really suicidal at that time too.
Sure. I'm
Suicide.
surprised that didn't get mentioned more in that entire story.
I try not to talk about it a lot
Sure.
because
I
it's
appreciate
something
the trigger warning for everybody listening. But,
well, it's something I struggle with a lot. Especially like just recently, there's just it's just not. Anyways, I was really suicidal back then. And I just kind of realized at the time that like the only reason why I'm still alive and like all of this stuff, because like I had an idea of how I was gonna just take myself out. Like I knew everything, and I was like, the only reason why I'm still alive and I haven't done it is because of God.
Amen.
But that doesn't make it easy though, and it doesn't mean that like those thoughts aren't still there. Because,
Absolutely.
like I said, like now, like there's times where those thoughts, even recently, are still in my mind, just because things, like
it's
I said,
a lot
lives
to deal with. It is so much to deal with, and anyone who is well acquainted with grief, which is a way that I really like to put it, knows that you cannot love Jesus enough to make those thoughts go away. That is
exactly.
That is a tough thing.
Yeah. And it's hard because like my mom has known about it. So like, if I don't like call her within, like if she texts me and I don't reply to her within like 15 minutes, she automatically thinks I'm dead.
Wow.
Like it was that serious, and it's really sad. Like I laugh at it because that's the only way I know how to deal with anything.
Yeah.
Sure. A lot of people use humor to cope with grief.
Right,
depression.
and that's why I'm sarcastic as Zach. That's the only way I can
we wouldn't
get
have you
through
any
life.
other way in that instance, but
Right. So yeah, basically, that's like to be honest, like I'm afraid of going to hell. Like that's one thing that's fearing. Like I feared God, not in like I'm afraid of God, but like I'm afraid of the consequences of not having God. And that's not the reason why I follow Him, but like that was some reasons why in the beginning, like I would be like, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't be on this path, or it's just like, or I don't personally believe that ending your life is an unforgivable sin, but like how do you know?
Sure.
But yeah,
I picked up a pig crate and I want to try it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's X.
No,
that's
animal
it. I figured
abuse,
it
man.
out.
You got to bring it up here.
You want the pig crate? Do I need to bring it?
If you grab a pig, also we can capture it and sell it.
Pig's worth money.
Yes.
Okay.
What isn't worth money to a pirate?
Come here. Come here, pig. How do I grab it?
Somebody needs to help me find this island. I feel like I've looked at every island and it doesn't look right.
Okay, I'll come down.
Come here, pig. Come here. Come here,
But,
pig.
yeah.
Stop running from me. I want to capture you and sell you
Hey,
for
Aki,
money.
I
What?
think we need to handle our anger towards these animals a little bit.
Listen, you're probably right. He just keeps running away from me.
He just makes me so mad.
I'm pretty sure I know this island.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Watson, I just want to take a moment
I'll let
just
you
to
have the map.
acknowledge, like, both of you, like the power behind both of your stories in totally different ways. Watson, I mean, that is a roller coaster of a story, but the roller coaster was mostly in the dirt. Like, that was a mess. And then Nicholas, who grew up in the church and is the child of divorce, which is something that is very difficult for a lot of people to deal with, and to turn out and still be close to the Lord and know Him and love Him. And for both of you to be that, sorry, I was catching a pig. Well-adjusted is the best way I can think to put it. After the circumstances that you guys have experienced is just an incredible testimony, not only to yourselves individually, but also to the grace of God and the things that He can do in people's lives. And so that's wonderful. And I appreciate y'all's transparency and openness to share the depths of your struggles.
I was not expecting to get this vulnerable.
I love it. You know what? That's why that's the beauty of doing this. Is we open up and I open up the floor and people can share as much or as little as they want to. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I caught a pig, by the way. I did catch a pig.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is the best thing that I have accomplished this entire endeavor. And now I'm going to drown the pig. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to actually drown oh, he can actually drown.
Man.
He's like freaking out. Oh my God. I
drown.
feel bad now. Oh my goodness. I should not have done that.
You
Sticks
are a
from me.
monster. It's
I
fine.
am a monster.
PETA is on their way.
Oh my god, that was the worst thing to do.
Shall not be mourned.
Oh wow. Gladys.
Nick, can you hold up the map really quick?
Yeah, yeah.
I am holding this pig high above the water at this point. Like,
Good
no.
boy. Taking care of that pig.
That's right.
This island is hard to find.
But
Oh,
y'all met
isn't-
through church, so you guys know each other in real life, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's super cool.
And that is how we met Benita too.
Okay.
We met her through the same
No,
church.
we're at the same place. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome. Really awesome. There we go. Pig crate. Ta-da! We got
I hear a
Piggy.
pig.
We got a
Alright.
pig.
Nice. Dude, I am
Did we
struggling
figure
to
this
find
out?
this island.
I know
well,
it's so hard. I can't find
we're
it.
trying. I guess we could go find the next map piece
That is not
with the
button on
compass.
pig. Yeah,
Oh, is that
that's
what you're supposed to do?
I think
Okay.
so. Because
It's
that
kind of wild. Let me go up on top and see which direction this is pointing.
That is not the button
Yeah.
I need to push.
Yeah, I guess it is on another island.
All
Okay,
right.
so let's do that then.
I am
I'll raise
Okay.
anchor.
I'm ready. We'll finish this quest. So we'll continue to chat until we finish this quest. But I know we've talked a lot, and I feel like we've gotten to a really cool place, ideally, in regards to like conversation and everything. But what I want to do at this point is I would love to open it up to the chat. If you guys have questions that you want to ask the Co-op Trio podcast, and everybody who's here, everything that's happened, by the way, guys, I will get to you after we're done with the interview segment. This is my gentle way of acknowledging everybody that's rated me, because you guys are all awesome. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about whatever the chat wants to ask about. I guess it's the best
Oh,
question.
are we sinking?
Are we sinking? Why are
Oh,
we
no,
sinking?
It's
We
just
didn't
like there
wreck.
was water on deck and it looked like it was coming from
I was
below.
going to say, we definitely didn't hit anything
freaked
this
me
time.
out.
For once, we actually did not
Yeah.
hit anything.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
we did really good that time.
all right, Nick, just straighten out and then we should be pretty good.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit more to the right.
No, it's straight.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Straightening.
Here. If you can
Go
look
a
at
little
my
back to the
compass.
left. Yeah. Nope, can't see.
The one thing I always like to ask, and this was a question that I got asked
So
in the
close.
very
Doesn't
first
work.
Aki and Friends episode.
I can see it.
Um, If there was a Bible battle royale, not counting Jesus or God
Oh, no.
or any of the Trinity, who would win?
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm gonna give an off-the-cuff answer, then I'm gonna think about it more. I'm gonna say the guy who wrestled with God and won. I think that was.
Oh,
was that
okay,
Jacob?
yeah, I like it, Jacob. Okay, yeah. I like that. I like
I'll
that
think
answer.
about it a little bit more, maybe change my answer, but I feel like that's a pretty good way to start off.
I think that's a great way to start off. Okay.
Nick, head starboard just an inch just to avoid this island.
Okay.
What about you, Watson?
One
Who would win?
inch of
Bible
starboard.
battle royale.
Job.
Job. Oh man. You know, it's funny. Somebody in
What's
chat said Job the exact second he said that too. So
Nice.
Oh, nice.
dang,
That's
he's
good.
got the
Yeah.
endurance. That's for sure. Am I right?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say either Jacob or the guy who said that somebody else's God was probably using the bathroom and that's why he didn't perform a miracle. Because that was pretty funny. I like that story.
I'm so simple.
Oh, it's that island, I think.
I would have just said Samson.
this
Like
island?
that's what
I
I
think
always
so.
say is my default is Samson because that's like kind of where I go to. But
All right,
Good-
turn
good
left,
one.
hard left.
Yeah,
to
Elijah.
be fair, Samson's kind of a brawler, and so like you think about it
Right.
logically, like David could take him out. Come on, at range, like pff, no
I
big
think
deal.
we need to put a little bit more rules to this battle royale.
I'd also
If it's
say
a wrestling match, if it's on the mat, Jacob.
Yeah, right.
I would also say Peter.
Ooh, okay.
Simon
Okay.
Simon Peter
If it's
because
an ear cutting off match.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
he's got it.
but you have to remember how protective Simon was over Jesus until he, denied him. Other than that though,
Other than that whole, I don't know the man. What are you talking about? I have no idea who this is. In a
Other than
fight,
that-
this
I
is
would
a
fight to
Bible
the death
battle
for him.
royale, a battle to the death. Battle to the death. Who would win? And it's funny too because you think, especially once you get to the New Testament, how many people would just be like, "No, we're going to take the pacifist approach. We're not going to fight you." You know. So it's got to be.
Peter was
it's
not a
got to be.
pacifist.
Well, no, Peter was not a pacifist. It is an odd
I'm gonna-
convo, but I figured it's an interesting one. Oh, that's empty. You guys have pirated.
Oh,
this
something
section already.
spawned.
What's
oh boy.
that sounds
I
fun.
found the next piece of map though.
Nice.
Yo, I hit him with a blunderbuss at range. I'm just saying. I'm a
Yeah, I
sniper
saw
in
him
this game.
popping in front of me when I didn't do anything. That's pretty funny.
Ooh, a silver cup. Ooh, Aki, you want to grab
Oh,
this
nice.
guy?
You want to grab this gold cup over here too?
Oh, we'll have to come back then.
Yeah, I have a bomb crate that I think is pretty valuable.
Nice. So, you got any other questions?
I don't know, chat. Space Blossom says for Watson, how do you fight your depression and anxiety and cling to the word when it's really dark in your head?
Oh, okay. So every day, honestly, I find other believers, and I kind of just I watch their either like right now, since Twitch is really big in my life, like if I'm not not in the Bible, it's I'll go to Twitch and I'll look for other Christian streamers, and obviously I found a whole bunch recently with
Sure.
Dr. Heels and Aki and Logan and all these people.
I love the Hillbillies merch that you're wearing, by the way.
Yeah, I love that guy. But so I'll hang out with them, or I'll go on YouTube and I'll look up other Christian people pastors or YouTubers or just whatever, and just kind of listen to their testimonies too, because a lot of them are dark or darker, and I'm
Sure.
like, you know what? I'm not alone.
Absolutely.
And that's because honestly, so right now in my life, I feel more alone than I ever have. Even back then, there's just a lot going on in my life right now, and so that's why I spend a lot of time on Twitch, is because when I'm with Aki or when I'm with Dr. Heels, or we gotta crank that.
I was not prepared.
It's okay.
I didn't realize that sail was down. I was like, oh, let's raise
What
the
are you
anchor.
guys doing
no
up
big deal.
there?
We're just
Right.
crashing the boat.
The
It didn't
pig
take
is
any
freaking
damage
out.
somehow, so
Oh,
that's
wait,
cool.
wait. We didn't grab that other cup, did we?
Were we
Did
supposed
somebody
to?
grab the gold cup?
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
Okay. Yeah, this is
I'll
valuable.
drop the anchor.
But yeah,
This is
so
for
that's what I do. I try to find other people who are in similar boats.
Haha, boats, you say?
But yeah, that's what gets me through.
I think
Obviously,
that's wonderful. And I think that's the beautiful thing and why it's so important to be able to find good, positive influences, not only here on Twitch, but just in general in your lives. I think that's just really important. But Twitch is a wonderful resource for so many things and so many people.
right.
Oh, I popped a headshot. Let's go. I'm sorry.
Obviously, that shouldn't be like a replacement for reading the Bible and talking to God on your own.
Absolutely.
So I
It's
gotta
definitely
put that in
important.
there.
Something important about finding other people living out their faith well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's definitely a big component of it, and shouldn't be discounted just as much, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons I always say getting connected, if you can, getting connected in a local church is incredibly important, because local connection is going to do so much more for you. Just because
Right.
there's a different level of spiritual connection when you can look another person in the eye and they can, eyes are the windows to the soul. They can see the
Yes.
pain, when you're talking.
yeah. And then
I got a banana.
I don't know what else I was gonna say, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
I think that's great. Remind me later. I have a wonderful, good, resource for you to listen to. You love podcasts and stuff. There's a church we used
I
to go
love
to
podcasts.
in Atlanta that does a podcast, and their stuff is really, 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 really good. Remind me to send it to you later.
Absolutely.
Nice. I found the island, guys.
You found the island?
Yep.
Are we ready to go? Are we going to complete this
Just
quest?
with 2 pieces of the puzzle, I was able to find it.
Wow,
That was
look at
really
that.
difficult.
Yes, Space Blossom. That same one. I love it. Chat says it's not good for man to live alone, so it is even acknowledged in the Bible the importance of connecting one to another. Absolutely.
Right,
Oh,
and that's-
Apple is here.
That's something I struggle
Yeah.
with. It's just
Hello, crab apple.
hello, crap apple.
Hello again, Apple.
Hello
What
there.
pun was it that she liked? I missed it. I wasn't looking at chat.
I might have missed it as
The
well.
boat one, I
Was
think.
it the boat one?
Nice.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I actually hit the wrong button. No.
Oh, did you drop it? Here, I'll help you raise it.
I almost had it. It didn't go very far.
That's
All
good.
right, cool.
Someone want to take a look at the map for me and see how close I am to being on target?
Yes, sir.
Shoot, I keep
Stay
hitting
on
the wrong
target.
buttons. Stay on target.
Oh, you're dead center.
Oh yeah, boy.
Cool.
We just forgot how to straighten out.
I'm
There
just
we go.
gonna watch in front of us. You know where we're going,
Someone
right?
lower the front sail, please.
Oh, front sail.
I know
thought
where
I
we're
had
going.
it.
It's
thought
like halfway down. Gotta get it all the way, man.
Ta-da! Is that it? Are we good?
Yep, that's beautiful.
All right, wonderful.
Don't do a
Any
job
other
halfway.
questions in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? This is your chance, because when we finish this quest, it's over. So if you have any other questions for the wonderful, awesome, amazing Co-op Trio podcast, now's your chance. Nicholas,
Yes,
what's
sir.
your favorite indie game of all time?
Ooh, favorite indie game? I'm gonna have to say it's probably Owlboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That game is beautiful. It's like the perfect pixel art style. I really like the gameplay.
I
the
like that
puzzles.
answer a lot.
Have you seen that
Okay.
game?
I have heard of it.
Oh,
I haven't played it.
You
Are we gonna
should
get
Turn,
wrecked? We're
Nick,
about to get wrecked.
Starboard, sorry.
I'm dropping. I'm just dropping anchor to be safe.
Okay, it's not safe. We're
We're gonna get wrecked.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
Whee!
There was no way I was gonna be able to turn in time for that.
Are we getting off on
Where's-
this island?
Yes, but we need to go through the cove.
Ready to
what
go.
was
I
in
want
the
to
middle
fight
of saying?
things.
You've
Oh.
heard of Owlboy, but you haven't played it.
Yeah, I've heard of Owlboy, but I haven't played it.
I would
Um,
absolutely recommend playing it. It was
I
a really
will-
fun game to play by myself and on stream.
I wonder if it is on sale on the Steam sale. Not that
That's
I
a
need
good
more on my backlog, but I will if you recommend it that highly, and I know.
I'll vote that one goes a little up on your backlog.
Yeah, that
for
would
sure.
that would definitely. There's another ship over here.
Yeah, there was
There's
a
a
really
ship-
good.
there's a ship over here.
heaviness. Oh,
Is it somebody else's or a broken ship?
It looks like somebody else's.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
see.
get
Let's
back
try
on
to.
the boat.
Yeah, there's a dude.
Oh.
There's two dudes. There's
Shoot
dudes.
him, shoot him, shoot him.
Okay, I'm
Let's
getting
take
onto
let's
the
raid
boat.
their ship. Let's raid their ship.
all right, guys.
Nick,
do you want me to
you
raise
hold
anchor?
down. Yeah, hold down. Oh, they're leaving. Okay. Dang
Okay,
it.
I wanted to fight him.
I know.
Make
do you want
sure
to chase
that
him?
I'm throwing a firebomb.
I
It didn't do anything.
don't-
I can't.
It
I
looks
can't
like
swim
they're
that
running
fast.
away.
Yeah, they look like they're running way fast.
Dang it! I wanted to get in a fight. I was ready to go. I was ready to
I mean,
go. Okay, good.
we
Space
could
Blossom.
chase
Thank you for letting me
them.
know.
I
It's all
know.
good.
Let's. I'm.
all good.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all good. Let's do this thing. Yoshi wants to
Yeah.
know explain what you mean by being player 4 on your panels.
Oh, okay.
So, tell us the story behind being player 4.
Like the Seahawks 12th man.
Ooh,
I mean,
like
it
that's a
is-
good
A
That's
analogy.
concise way to describe it.
That's a great.
It is,
Are
that
you
is
both
a- that is a
Seahawks
real-
fans?
I'm
I
a
mean,
softcore football fan.
Softcore football fan. Okay. Okay.
I'm a pretty hardcore football fan.
Yeah. I knew you were, Watson, but
Which is weird because I hated football when I was young.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened. One day I turned on the TV. It wasn't even the Seahawks. I was like 16 or something. I turned on the game, or there was just a game on. I was like, you know what? I love this now.
you were just there so you didn't get fined. Wait.
Right.
Hilarious.
But so yeah, player 4 is basically just that. Since we are the co-op trio, anyone who comes out and hangs out with us on our streams is now a member of the player 4. A player
Even
4
though-
member.
Even though we're on your stream, Aki, you can be our player 4.
I will gladly
Exactly.
believe you're player 4 any day.
However,
Yeah, boy.
technically, anyone who's with us right now is a player 3 because we're missing our player 3.
I don't know. Shaq can be player 4.
Yep.
I could be player 3 temporarily for
There we
tonight.
go, there we go.
I'm on loan for tonight.
Yes. There we go.
You know?
Sweet. Look at that.
We fixed it. We figured it out.
So, Aki, how did you like joining the co-op trio podcast? What made you want to take up the job offer for the day?
for the day,
Yes.
well, honestly, it was a combination of two factors. And it's you two. You guys are both very different
Yes.
people, and I really wanted to hear your stories and how y'all came together. It helps that you're also often in our community, in our chat. I consider you guys to be a very good friend of the community and everything, and so, those are the kind of people I want to prioritize initially when
Yeah.
we're doing this whole Aki and Friends thing, just so that we can, like I said, the community that we're building, I really want people to know each other, know each other's struggles, and know how we can be there for each other. And the more vulnerable we are and the more we share our stories, the more people realize, hey, I'm not alone. and the things that I struggle with and deal with. And it's
Amen to
funny,
that.
Watson, when you were talking, like some of the people that were talking in chat, I would have had no idea that they struggle with similar things. And so I just appreciate your transparency. And I know that people can relate to Nicholas's story as well, because we have several folks in here that are children of divorce. And so it's just it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to be able to be open and honest about all those things. So yeah. But no, I appreciate you guys coming on. I had a wonderful time chatting and visiting, and we're not done yet because we got to find this treasure.
Yep. I'm trying to find it.
And then we got to turn it in, and then we can call it.
That's right.
And make it home without
Ghost pirates.
getting attacked.
But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, that's also open season. Blunderbuss. That seems bad.
Off the top of my head, I don't have anything yet.
It's all
No,
right.
the only one I would think of is just turning around the same testimony question on you.
Sure.
Now that we've all been vulnerable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've shared.
Is that something you share often on your channel?
I do.
Yeah.
I shared
Okay.
large portions of my story on stream. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Came to know Christ at a very young age via my uncle. Grew up in a Christian family, Christian household. Joined the military. Went through several relationship issues. Went kind of wild for several years. Met my wife. Eloped. Settled down.
Nice.
Still was really kind of thinking about myself. Knew all of the right things to say. Like I said, had grown up in the church.
Right.
Was able to speak the speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speak the language
it.
without actually walking the walk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that all eventually culminated in the almost self-destruction of my marriage and relationship. And God took me as a broken, suicidal individual and built me back from the ground up, basically. And my wife, very similar struggles and stories, and just lots of issues with addictions and all sorts of other things. And we are very thankful for the things that we've been through, because it made us who we are today, which is, I think, maybe more kind and gentle and understanding and accepting of people regardless of background or belief, because you never know what someone's story actually is or what they're dealing with on that specific day.
It's awesome to hear that you guys have made it through that together.
Yeah.
Because like
we
that
almost
can easily
didn't.
become like codependent and really bad.
We realistically should not have.
Yeah.
Because I mean we were actually separated, and
Wow.
talking to lawyers, and like God just intervened and worked through it, and it was good.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's a wonderful
Amen to
thing.
that, man.
At some point we'll go into like the depths of all of that. We just haven't gotten super duper deep on that specific part of it all just yet. But let's just say that, I mean, I literally had everything I needed ready to go to end my life, and God saved me from it. So
I mean, based on those cliff notes, I'm ready to read the book.
I mean, Seal the Centurion asked Nick, when is Apple going to be on stream?
Oh, geez. If you think I was nervous to be on camera and in the public eye, Apple's more so.
Yeah. We got some pictures from Nick that
Neither
we're
of
going
us
to talk
have-
about here in a
yes.
second before we
She-
actually end
yeah.
everything.
She will be on there. She was fine with that. But yeah, she's not the type of person who wants to
Not a camera
broadcast
person?
herself.
Oh,
Maybe not necessarily not a camera person, but just like putting yourself out there on the internet for all to see who wants
Sure.
to see is
I'm really bad at this whole pirating thing. I should be looking at the map.
It is kind of hard when we're like talking.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
this would be a good game for it, but I don't know if it was.
I don't know. I've had a wonderful time.
Oh, it's been a
fun.
blast. It's been a blast, but
Fortunately, you can kind of wander around.
being productive is a different story.
Yeah, that's true. It's all good.
It's definitely been a blast, though.
But hey,
I feel like
will
we're on
say
the
really
right
quick-
portion of the island. No, wait a minute.
I
No,
think
we're
so
not.
too.
Because that's a
Yeah,
giant
I don't
rock
think
out
get
there,
there
isn't it?
yet.
Oh, this seems bad. Oh, this seems real bad.
And to
Excuse
be
me?
honest, I think if we had the other piece of the map, there would be more exits too.
Was there really? I've only seen one X,
I'm fighting
Oh,
some sort of ground people.
there's-
and I have two
like-
pieces in the map. No, I only see one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There would be another one on the top of the island.
Oh, interesting.
Usually, not always. So
Okay,
it could be.
interesting. Yeah.
This
I wanna
why
say
won't
that
this
really quick,
guy
Aki.
die? I have slashed him with my sword so many times. What is happening?
I think he has a force field. I think you have to shoot.
What is
him.
this? Oh!
Oh, who shot the barrel?
Oh no!
Did you shoot the barrel, dude?
No, I didn't shoot anything.
Sure.
I don't believe you.
I didn't pull the
Let me-
trigger. Somebody clip it. I
Let me
didn't pull the
banana
trigger.
up so I can come rescue you guys.
I don't think
Oh,
we're.
no.
I don't think you're
There's
gonna make
two
it.
of these guys.
I don't think
No,
you're gonna
we're
make
not
it.
gonna make it.
I think you're dead. We
I
died.
hope you guys are both dead. Oh, shoot.
Well, wonderful time for
Well,
me
that
to go
doesn't
over
bode well
Nicholas's
for me.
pictures.
Yeah.
All right, let me pull these up. Wait a minute, that's not the right window. Where did my window go? That's my sound alerts. Okay, I found it. Here we go.
All right, which picture's up first?
I'm gonna this one with. I'm assuming this is you and Crabapple on a bench.
I cannot see it, but
I'm gonna
yeah,
drag
it's on
it
a
over
bench,
there in a
it's
second.
us. Yeah.
Ta-da! There we go, and it fits.
Yay. Cool. So those were our goofy engagement photos. 'cause
I love
we
it.
just got engaged a little while ago,
Woohoo!
which was
Hype in the
definitely a
chat.
big step for us.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hype.
What's the date? Have you set a date? Better question.
We're still trying to figure that out.
all
Actually,
good.
toured a venue today to
No
try
pressure.
to nail it down, but we're going for October. Is what
That
we're
is
planning. This October.
awesome. Wonderful.
Yeah, doing a fairly small wedding. It grew a little bit just because I have a really big family on my mom's side and wanted
Sure.
to have a bit of them there.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome,
but
though.
overall pretty small.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. And then this was the second picture
Yeah.
you sent. So
And
this
I heard
is
you
your-
guys elope, so that's awesome.
Yes, we did. I can tell you all about that. Anything you want to know about
Nice.
that?
Nice.
This adorable little beast.
Yeah. So that is our shared cat that we adopted from Watson, actually. And
Ah.
we haven't been able to get him outside in a little while, but we've been leash training him. So that's him outside.
I
on his
love
leash,
that you're actually-
loving life.
I don't hear a lot of people that leash train their cats. I think that's wonderful.
It's not easy actually, but it is really cool when you
Yeah?
get him to go on their leash. They will not like move around the same way a dog will, and you have to be ready for that.
No, I imagine you probably have to kind of follow their lead, less so than
Yes.
expecting them to follow your lead.
Exactly. Yeah. It's more like strolling around an area rather than walking to a destination.
Sure,
when
but it
you're
gets him
walking
outside,
cat.
gets him some exercise.
Yeah.
And
He loves going out on the porch too, where he
That's
gets
awesome.
outside time.
Sure. That's great. Okay, now this is a bench.
Yeah. So that's kind of a funny out of context one.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about me. A lot of my hobbies center around like building something, whether it's physical or like digital, like working on my game or
Okay.
yeah, getting into woodworking. I built a battle bot with some friends. Those
Oh,
are the
that's
things
really
that like
cool.
I love just creating things, and so that's like a huge passion of mine. And this was a really my biggest woodworking project yet. And so
Wow.
it turned out really awesome. I'm really proud of it. So decided I would show it off.
Let's talk a little bit about this though, because it looks like
Yeah.
you took the wood. I'm assuming you cut this all up and you pieced it all together. It looks like it's actually done with pegs, not any sort of like screws or bolts or anything.
Oh
Actually,
no,
they're
there's
like wooden pegs.
screws in there.
Okay.
I did a bunch of pocket holes, so they're all
Okay.
like pretty hidden, and then like shove the dowel into the hole. You
Sure.
like carve out a larger hole than the screw, put the dowel in there, glue it, and then
That
yeah,
is
sand
super awesome though.
everything, which takes so long.
Did you like sand and lacquer
Sand,
and sand
stain,
and lacquer
and then yeah, exactly polyurethane.
Yeah.
So then it's waterproof and stuff like that.
Man. But that
Yeah,
is
it's a very
just
long process.
beautiful, and it looks heavy too.
Oh my gosh, it is. Those are a bunch of 4x4s and then 2x4s.
Man, but it turned
It's
out
very
beautifully though.
weighty.
Really,
Yeah,
really
it's-
beautiful.
It's really solid. I'm really glad that it's not like it.
So,
it
ladies
has
and gentlemen,
no
this is
weight to it.
Nicholas's retirement plan based on current lumber prices. So there you go.
There we go. I'm charging top dollar for my benches.
I know. Look at these cushions. Did you buy the cushions before or after you made the bench?
At the same time as, like, I was
Okay.
able to do some like cut planning, but then the rest I had to do after I found the exact dimensions of the cushions.
Sure.
It's really hard to source cushions that are reasonably priced. Some
Really?
for like $200. Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
These are
it was the most
weatherproof, like
expensive
outdoor
part,
style.
actually. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's on my balcony, which is covered, and that's where my wood shop is a small balcony.
sure.
But yeah, definitely wanted it waterproof.
That is
regardless.
awesome, man. Beautiful. I love that, man. It's what a beautiful insight into some of your interests. You know, that's really really
Yeah.
cool.
I think it defines me pretty well because that's where I find like a lot of my fulfillment is in those kinds of hobbies.
And Watson, something you mentioned just kind of in passing. Do you like to skate?
Oh yeah, you said you were
Yes.
gonna get back to that.
When
Yeah.
I was a skinnier person, it was a lot easier.
Yeah.
But to go off of like what Nick's thing, I love what the Oh, dude, how did you get on the boat? You scared the crap out of me.
Because I came out of the ferryman's place.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
I was parking the boat closer to the island, so I didn't have to like.
nice.
Did you already
idea.
fix the boat that we wrecked?
To an extent.
Okay. So when did you first start learning how to skateboard?
I was in 6th grade.
Wow.
my
Okay. So
friend-
since a very young age.
Yeah, my next door neighbor's his grandma bought me and him the cheapest Walmart like $20 skateboards with like the plastic trucks and everything. And it was the board was instead of a concave, it was the opposite. I forget what it's called, but
Oh wow, convex.
yeah, it was like
That's
this
hilarious.
is ridiculous. So we would take it and we would just skate down my friend's driveway because it was like a really huge hill.
Yeah.
But we'd just sit on our butts, you know. I don't know what I was doing. Eventually, I was like, you know what? I actually really like skateboarding. I like the atmosphere behind it, kind of that like punk rock, just don't care attitude. So then I got like a real skateboard, and I was the first on the street to land a kickflip, and I was like, yep, this
Look
is
at
it.
you. That's
Nice.
it. And then you got bit by the bug.
Yes, it was a blast.
And so the other fun thing that you mentioned, and tell me if this is your daily drive. You drive stick shift.
I do. It is
That's
my
not
daily and
something
only
you
driver.
hear often anymore. Not a lot of people drive manual transmission vehicles, and I love that. My first vehicle, my very first vehicle was a 1985 Nissan Datsun, back when Nissan and Datsun were like together, Sentra. It was this old station wagon, old piece of junk, but it was a stick shift. And I used to think I was it. Like, I was like, watch me go. Dude, this thing would
Yes.
slow down to like 45 miles an hour up a hill because I would have to shift down like 3 times because it had 0 engine power. But man,
So
that was
when-
awesome because I had a stick shift.
Yeah. So when I bought the car, I didn't know how to drive it.
Sure. What kind of car?
It's just I found a $1,000 2001 Mazda Protege
There you go.
on Craigslist.
Yeah.
I needed a car, and I was like, I only had that much money basically.
$1,000
And I
bucks.
didn't even-
Stick shift. Here we
I-
go.
I didn't tell my mom. I was just like, I'm buying a car, and I bought that. Didn't know how to drive it, so my friend drove me home that night. And I had to be at work the next day, and that was the only car I had. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn today.
Sure. You gonna learn today.
No better time to learn.
And I had no choice but to learn, and it's been the best. I can't drive a automatic anymore, and I won't.
Dude, I'm right there.
Um,
I wish I was right there with you, actually. I should say that. I went from, I'm from the 1985. I had a 1993 Nissan Sentra, which was auto. And then I got a 2000 Nissan Sentra. There's a pattern here, which was stick shift. And I was
What
really,
is that pattern?
I was really happy with that. Oh my gosh, I accidentally shot my gun. And so there's rocks around this island. It looks like there's 2 rocks on the side we're not supposed to be on.
right.
So I'm trying to like isolate that. Anyway,
Yeah, it's really
and then my wife refused to learn how to drive stick. So now I have a Volkswagen Jetta that is automatic.
nice.
So my car got backed into the front.
Oh yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah, I was at a stoplight, and there was a lady in front of me. She was like, we were like headed forward, and there was a big truck, like a semi truck, turning left, and she got scared. She thought she was gonna get clipped, so
Oh,
she
no.
threw it in. She threw it into reverse and just slammed into my car while I was at a red light. She
Oh my
gets out,
gosh.
comes to my window, and she's like, "This is legit." The first thing she said to me, she said, "My backup camera didn't tell me anyone was behind me." I was like, "You
Why
have a
didn't
rear
you
view mirror."
look?
Yeah, you have a
Use
rear
your
mirror.
eyes. Like, hello? Hi. Hello. Yeah, look. Is it
He's
unless
going
you're-
only based on noise, not unsafe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I was like,
And
"Are
she
you?"
drove with a Braille windshield.
And it was in her husband's business vehicle,
Oh no.
My gosh.
and I was just like, and my mom, my mom was in the hospital at this time.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I was living on my own, but I still called my mom. You know, that's what you do.
Sure.
Like, what do I do? And my mom tried to call her from the hospital, and she was so mean to my mom. And then finally, her
Dang, dude.
husband finally had to talk to us because she was just like for some reason, she was like mad at me. Like
Oh my
it was my
gosh.
fault that I was behind her.
Right.
It was your fault that you were behind her when she backed up, not looking.
Didn't you know there was a car
and
coming?
ran into you.
Why'd you get so close?
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. But yeah, so that was fun.
Yep.
But so then I bought a new car, and I bought a 2010 Volkswagen EOS Comfort.
Yeah, okay.
And it's stick shift as well, and convertible hardtop, and it's a beaut.
That's awesome. That sounds like a beaut. Convertible hardtop.
Yeah, she's pretty.
It's very fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your last chance. If you have any questions for the Co-op Show podcast.
Oh,
Man.
What burning questions do you have for us?
Oh no. This seems bad. I got one of those lightning dudes right here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I hate those guys. Just run away. That's what I did. They eventually leave you alone.
I refuse. I don't back down. Oh my goodness, this seems like that might have been a mistake.
Yeah, stubbornness is gonna come back for you, man.
No, you're not getting away from me, dude.
wait a minute. There's a pirate ship
Got
in
him.
the sky.
Get
Yeah, I
dunked
saw
on.
that.
What does that mean?
What does
wish I
what
knew.
mean? Pirate ship in the sky? Pirate ship in
Yeah.
the sky. I can go twice as high. Oh no, it's these guys again. Oh shoot. Nope. Wrong button, run!
Things seem to
I
not
need
be going
bananas.
well over there.
You know, it could be worse.
But so my
Oh.
other hobby that I mentioned was gardening.
Yeah, gardening. So, talk to me about how long have you been gardening? For a while,
So-
I'm assuming.
Actually, getting out of my anxiety actually started with me just going out and gardening at the house I was living at, and like that was like it was just a good way to get me out of the house.
Sure.
Because I was trying to get over like the anxiety. Like I left my mom's apartment, was trying to start going back to normal. Because obviously I didn't mention it, but I definitely lost my job.
Sure.
So at the time I had some free time. Well, I didn't get fired. I quit because I couldn't show up. But
Right.
I had some free time, so I just started gardening, and it just was like the most cathartic thing ever. Like it was just like it. I kind of just took me back, and like that's where I kind of felt like I got really close to God, was just because like it was almost like symbolic in a way.
Working with this creation a little bit.
Yeah, there's something
exactly.
that Chris always says that like there's a part of God in us that just wants to create things.
Sure.
And that's
Yeah.
why I find that those hobbies are so satisfying. And I'm sure that's why you find gardening so satisfying.
Exactly, because
Like a really deep built-in desire for that.
yeah, and it's so and my dad was huge into plants. The house was covered in like just beautiful like plants that would be all over. So it kind of also like in some way made me feel connected to my dad. So that's
Sure.
why I started it, and now I love doing it, and I go to the now since I moved out of the house that had a garden in the backyard, I joined a community garden next to my house.
AJ Nast
and
asks,
it-
vegetables or flowers?
Vegetables. I do have some flowers growing, but only to deter some bugs and stuff. So it's nothing.
Makes sense.
I am I only grow things outside that can feed me.
Sure. What's your
Um,
favorite
but-
vegetable to grow that you eat?
That's hard. That's really hard.
It's like asking a parent which is their favorite kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy question to.
Wait, come on now. No.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a parent. but I know my mom loves me the most. So, anyways, usually, I don't know. I really enjoy experimenting with things and trying to grow things that wouldn't necessarily be able to be grown in our climate.
Sure. Oh, that's a challenge. You love to challenge yourself, is what I'm hearing. That's awesome.
Yeah. And but I love like.
Oh, I found it.
You found the
I
chest?
found it. That
Let's
was so
go.
That's
simple.
it. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, guys, come help me. I have a lot of enemies, please.
I'm on
shoot.
my way.
I'm gonna die.
We're coming.
Oh wait, they're fighting each other.
There was another great question. Oh, Lissy
Wait,
Dixon
did they
was
bury my
asking,
chest?
what is your favorite kind of cookie?
Ooh, now that is a
Buried
good
my
question.
chest. Now I'm confused.
Are you dead?
I-
Are you good? I'm coming. I just dived off a cliff to come save you. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I need it. But I think they buried my chest.
Oh no.
It's kind of weird. Oh, I need.
Did you
food
die?
really bad. I'm good.
He was in
I'm alive
combat.
still.
He's not
I
in
don't know
combat
how to get
anymore.
up there to you.
No, I'm down on the shoreline.
Yeah, I see you.
Oh, okay,
I'm on my
okay,
way to you.
okay.
All right, favorite cookie, go.
Oh boy. Typically, a chocolate chip M&M cookie.
Okay.
Like a chocolate chip cookie with M&Ms instead. Let me see.
That's good.
Do I have a better one?
For
Nah, it's
me,
probably one of my favorites.
I would go chocolate chip with peanut butter chip, whatever those are.
Chocolate chip with peanut butter chip?
Yeah, like the peanut butter chips that you can get like in the same bag. Anything with peanut butter and chocolate in a cookie.
Peanut butter and chocolate in a cookie. Okay. I
mean,
respect
is
it.
that
I respect
like
it.
weird?
No, I don't
No.
think it's weird
No,
at
I
all
love-
because I mean
Okay,
that's
I was
just
like-
My favorite candy is
a
Reese's
Reese's
peanut butter
cookie, you know,
cups.
like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you made it sound. I was like, wait a minute, was that
That's not
weird?
weird.
Like,
You got
I
it?
just
You got
haven't had it in
this?
cookie form often, but yeah, I got it. It sounds interesting, but I've never had
Okay,
one before.
we're gonna guard you. Where's the ship? Where did we park the ship?
There we go.
wait,
It's
why is
pretty
this
close,
such a
actually.
basic treasure for this one?
I know it is.
I feel like there's supposed to be another X on this map because if we got all the pieces, we would have found the other X, but that's okay.
Maybe,
Wait, I mean,
it's
we could
kinda
always go
interesting.
get the other pieces later.
Yeah, actually, I think if you exit out of the game, you lose your quests.
Oh dang. So we should
Yeah,
should finish it. Well, let's wrap things up here in a second, and then we can finish. Remix Fox says Subway's white chip macadamia cookies hit different. I agree.
I would
Ooh,
love
those are
those
good.
except for the macadamia nuts. I don't like.
You're not a big macadamia nut
sadly.
person?
No, I would totally love the white chocolate chips, but
Yeah, white chocolate chips are good. My
Ooh,
favorite
ruin
kind
it
of
for me.
cookie, and I'm biased, is my wife makes these cake cookies that are just oh man. I mean, they're literally made with cake mix, and they just
ooh,
they
that sounds really good.
they totally hit different. All right, I should be able to flip, and we should. Yes, we kept the cameras. It actually worked. All right, this is wonderful.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
All right, so I am totally down to finish this mission if you guys want to. I'm just gonna bring like the broadcast portion to an end so we can wrap things up because this is definitely the longest Aki and Friends I've ever done. But I think it makes
Yeah,
sense
we're the
because
best
we
friends.
had well we had two people and we had really great stories and really honestly
Sure,
like this is the most real I think this has gotten yet. So that's exciting. But I want to give you guys a chance, and you guys can go one at a time, or you can go both together, or you can just let Watson do it. I want you to tell everybody in the chat right now, and I know that Twitch, that I have my numbers turned on because I always watch like for these because I'm curious. Twitch says there's 54, but my chat bot tells me there's 117 people watching you guys. So
What?
tell
Wild.
us a little bit about where the people can find you. What they
Nick
need
is
to do.
really good at doing that. I'm
All right.
terrible at doing that.
Give us your
Oh,
pitch.
geez. Yep. Well, now that all the pressure's on me, if you want to watch us on Twitch, you guys can find us at twitch.tv/co_op trio podcast. All the rest of it's one word. You can find us on Twitter at co-op trio, Coop Trio Pod. That's how I pronounce it. You can find me individually. I talk about my game dev stuff and streaming stuff at Nikolai the Boy with a BOI on Twitter. And for Spotify, I can't remember what her name is on Spotify. Watson, you'll have to fill that in for our podcasts.
It's
But-
just Co-op Trio Podcast.
And you
Co-op.
can-
With
There's
a
a-
dash or
There's
underscore.
a link in the
Uh,
chat right now, and there will be a link in the YouTube description when I get this
Yes.
posted.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
But just to
Also the same
clarify, it
thing.
is just a dash.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
yes.
Only reason why we have the underscore on Twitch is because they wouldn't let us have the dash.
Those
Hmm.
URLs are dumb.
That is
Yup.
silly. You gotta love URLs.
Yep. Everywhere else, it's a dash or just coop.
Awesome. Well, Watson
Yes.
and Nicholas, thank you guys so much for taking time to come on Aki and Friends. This has been
Oh
Aki
my
and Friends,
gosh, yeah.
episode 6. And we'll see you guys next month for episode 7. And I'm waiting on our next guest to confirm. I don't want to say anything just yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are
It's
going to
just us
enjoy it.
again. We'll confirm now.
That's right.
Just kidding.
All right.